Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Larry. Good morning, Marty. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning. Mike, good morning. Stephen, good morning. Sayed, good morning. Ethan, good morning. Let's get the show on the road. Let's get it going. Happy Monday, everybody. All right. So we got about 1 minute to the cash market open. What we're seeing here from the carryover from Friday, we have a captain set up switch trade on the 100 NT Rinko. That's the 100. Okay. On the 100 NT Rinko, and the 200 NT Rinko is also long, so we're getting push and directional price action. The next target right now, we're coming up on it, 338. 338. We're getting a little bit of a fade against that. That's the level up here. 338 is our target. Pullbacks are buyable. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break anything under 300. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a deeper pullback here. We're at the bottom end of this channel. Here we go. Tara, good morning. Back to our target of 338. ES is pulling back. Actually, ES is a little bit weaker than NQ, just from looking at how the price is behaving. I'm gonna post some orders just to make sure that my system is acting right. Okay, so that's posting. Let's see if my buy is posting well. Okay, that's my buys. Okay, so it looks like the system is working just fine. We're at the top end of that range, very close to what would be a double top if the market fails below 312. So just be careful. The pullbacks are buyable, but we got the 312s that the market needs to kind of hold on to. All right, we have really not much as far as news coming up today. Okay, so we got a high, a lower high, a lower high, like three, two lower highs, and we broke the channel. So we're gonna experience a little bit of a pullback, and ES is not, it's not doing too hot either. So we may be experiencing a bit of a retest of 300 in the 290. So anything in the 87 area, you got multiple areas here. You got 77 and you got the 89. These two spots are good spots for a test and a re-entry. So I'm gonna post down there and see if we can get filled and see what the quality of the price on this pullback that's coming up. So we see them, breaking this channel, and that's channel number 2. So that's a spot right here where they typically will bounce it right back up right now at 06 half. Yeah, good. So there's a little bit deeper pullback is coming up. So 06 and 96. So 96 is another one right here. That's another spot for them to try to protect it. And if they don't, then yep, we're going to get to the 89. Oh, man. Are you serious? That was wrong. That was wrong. I got to cancel that order. I got to leave the order under it now. I missed it by literally a tick. But, I don't know if anybody jumped in on that. I think I had it a little bit lower than it should. I had it 89 and a quarter. It needed to be 89 and a half. That would have filled me. Yep. Good morning, Adam. Good morning. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? So close, so close. That would have been 89 and a half. Yeah. Close to 20 points on that trade. With hardly any heat. All right, so channel number 1 on the short side established itself. We're experiencing the pullback that we expected to see. Multiple lower highs, and then a break of channel number 2, and then the pullback came to retest Harmony Zone number 1, and that zone number 1 is 88 by 78. Then Harmony Zone number 2 is 63 by 53. We were trying to fade that move by placing an order at 89 and a quarter, and got missed on that trade. Still have an order down here at 77 half. Let's see if we can get there. We go again. So they're coming to that 91 and a quarter. Let's see if they can flush it down to our entry 77.5. The 200 and the 100 are out of sync right now, so it's going to be a two-sided market. Took one off. Let's see if I can get to the 83.75 and the 89. I should be able to. I hate to go break even right now, but I may have to. Break even. And I'm going to actually break even plus. And we should be able to go up to the 83. Here we go. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you. Yeah, I think I'm going to get stopped out on that last one. That's fine. I think that was a profitable trade overall. So that's the decision we just made right here, those 3 contract long. So we're up at 307. Let's look for the next one. Yeah, captain setup. We should be pushing up a little bit here to 70s. Yeah, we should go to 70. Seventy, 75. So they're trying to protect harmony zone number 2 and bounce it between harmony zone number 2 to 1, which is the 78 by 88, and we should be pushing in that direction right now. And it's a fight. Yeah, we should be start pushing up. Here we go. 70, 75 is coming up, and then 76. That's kind of the natural course of first attempt at harmony zone number two. It's just they tend to stabilize it. I mean, they were tricky here a little bit. They put a captain setup long, they failed it, then came back and retested. But those two zones are, you're gonna see a ping pong effect back and forth. Yeah, we got that 76. Now it's the next one is gonna be the 86 if they keep this behavior going. Tara Trader, good morning. Good morning. Let's do this. Is anybody else experiencing Apex slow behavior? Ethan, Apex Chicago is good. Eric is all good. South Bend, love the Irish. Best people out there, man. Yeah. I mean, that whole area was a good one, Matthew. I think you can get 300 out of it. But you see what they just did? They're ping ponging back and forth. So you have to kind of survive that behavior. If the market goes back up to above 300, then the market is going to be back in sync on the long side on a swing trade basis. And what we're experiencing right now is that initial lower high behavior against a big target, and then the market got faded to retest harmony zone number 1 and 2. And as this market is testing, we want to see and read through it how strong they are. Are they making a low and a higher low, or are we making a high and a lower high? And that's what seems to be the personality here. Yeah. So how it factors VIX and volatility and volume is these targets will actually shift automatically, and factor and the distance between the targets will reflect volatility. So when the market doesn't have volatility, they shrink, and the distance between them will be 10 points or so, or sometimes even less. And when there's volatility, it will expand with the market, and it's real time. So when volatility steps in, the targets will start expanding. Yeah, I know it's a tough one. It's a tough one, Matthew. I mean, you're in a rotation of consolidation between harmony zone number 1 and 2. Like, you almost have to trade it where you buy this range and sell that range. You buy in harmony zone number 2 and selling harmony zone number 1, and just do that and leave some in your back pocket. Like, if you have 3 or 6 contracts, get rid of 4 and keep 2, and then build that up and see if you can break up to 300. We're about to have a 50 NT Rinko Captain set up long at 76. If we go up to 76, then that's a 50 NT Rinko Captain setup, and we just did that. So that's a buy signal, and we have targets to 95 and 305. So there's a good chance that we will start chewing through harmony zone number 1 and start breaking up. So I mean, that's the same thing, Matthew. Like right here, you're looking to. I mean, look at that. Yeah. So you trim down here and leave some for a breakout above 300 and see how well that will do. But Captain set up long on the 50 interior income, and that was with a 76 entry. I let it go. I let it go. But I will look at pullbacks because we're very close to we're right at the top of the hour right here. So if we can get to 76, that's not a bad spot. Kind of that's the middle of the range, and if they pull back to it, you're gonna get a lot of higher lows, higher low players trying to protect the price. So we'll see. Yeah, I think you should get to that 300, Matthew. Yeah, the 50 NT was a captain set up long. So that's what it is right here. That's the trigger that got this idea to be a solid one. So that's a 50 NT Renko. Captain set up long at that 75, 76. We're getting a run up, and the natural place for them is to hit 95.75 and 309. And that's what we're talking about right now. Switch trade long up here. So here comes that 95.75. And I mean, they're not going to fill me down here at that 76. So I'm not going to keep that order down there. There's no sense in keeping it anymore. Here they come. They're going to go and test 300 and go from there. Closing those two orders. Next target is 309. And when we break, and this is a big deal right here, when we break 300, that will get the market back in sync on the long side on a swing trade basis. Come on, come on, come on. You got so close. You got so close. I mean, I can try 74 and see if that one does anything. Asset trigger trade long, and they're gonna try that. They're gonna try that 300 once again. Pullbacks are buyable in this environment. They're protecting harmony zone number 2 with a higher low and a captain setup long, double captain setup. There's one here that we took advantage of. We made a little bit of money. We made about 300 bucks on that one. And then we got another test right here and a higher low. And then the attempt at 300, they faded it once, but that shows a little bit of strength. So that the idea here is for them to get to 309, and we'll see how strong they are at that point on a pullback. If they pull back to 74 half, I'll take a shot at it. And or I find another signal to get me in. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5. Okay, 74. I mean, they're putting a bullish flag right here, and that if it touches anything 300, you're gonna see a fast price action into 309. So that's channel number 1 of this rotation. After we broke the prior channel, and that prior channel is this. So right here at that 68 So there's a rounding behavior going on here. So that's a little bit of a concern. But I have my order at 74.5. It's still a legitimate order. I mean, I don't necessarily want to be buying up here. I'd rather for them to break 300, get to '09, and pull back with a higher low, and I'll get involved in that versus trying to be ahead of this move. Because if 300 holds up, then the push lower is going to be a little bit more significant. So this 74.5 order is, yeah, if they don't come and pick it off soon, I'm gonna have to cancel it because there's too much going on up here. I mean, they put a switch trade right here. That would be mimicking this behavior, but on the opposite side, and they're about to do it. ES is weaker, and let's take a look at ES here quick. Yeah. So the target for ES is 52.65.5. Harmony zone number one is 53 by 50 and 46 by 43. If we start breaking anything under 46.5, I mean, that can change the personality of that behavior. And if we dig a little bit deeper, I mean, they're selling in the middle of the range, which is consistent with the beginning of a trending behavior. So I need to watch the 54. They need to break the 54 in order for the longs to start getting stronger. So still channel number one is holding up. It's too much of a consolidation for me to keep this order where it's at. I need to see more price action because if this whole structure fails and start breaking under 82, then the market most likely is going to come and test 63s and see how well they hold on there. So that 74 it lost its importance right now to me. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that order. And we'll see what the market has to do. Now we're breaking the trend line and we're still within channel number one. And we're starting to touch 300, which should give us a bit more momentum on the upside to 309. Switch trade. That's a good switch trade right there, to be honest with you. I'll take a shot at it. My stop needs to be very small on a trade that looks like that. Here we go. Let's go to 309. We should see a big push right now. I just gotta clear that 300. So I'm risking 5-6 points for the potential of getting 12 or more. Here comes that 300. And they're gonna, like, you should be stronger here. Here we go. And come on. I'll take it. I'll take it. I should hold on a little bit longer, be honest with you, but it's not like there is so much momentum in this market, you know? So I'll take these scalps and just kind of build up my day. But 309 is where it should be going to. So that's that $95 for 403, and moving on to the next decision. I mean, yeah, look at that. 303, they run up to 303, that'll be double switch trade, and a bigger move can happen at that point. So I mean, after all, was not a bad exit. It just, I was hoping for a little bit more out of this move. With a break above 300, usually so many stops are just trapped above 300 that you should see a little bit better momentum. And the question is, why did the market just not speed up here? It should have. I mean, one possible answer is just there's a lot more sellers up there than we think. What do you whenever you have a switch trade after you break a channel or a trend line in a channel, it's a good risk reward because I was risking literally 6 points for the potential of getting to '09 from 95. So that's a 15 points to a 5 to 6 point risk. Now, you're never gonna find these type of trades happen, at a bottom of a move. They usually happen exactly like that. So you got the 200 and the 100 are in sync. So you got the environment long. You have harmony zone number one supporting that behavior as a support. So that's in your favor. Then you got a signal, and you got a small stop for a big target. I mean, I have to take that chance. I mean, the part that I didn't like is 300. That's a whole number. But in many ways, being around a whole number and breaking that whole number, there's a lot of stops above it. So you wanted those stops to be triggered and motion to start happening. It just didn't happen. But we took 5 points out of it, moved on. So let's make a couple of more assumptions. What happened if we break the 280? Then the structure here will collapse into retesting the 263 to 253, which is harmony zone number two. Then the market is going back to this sideways ping pong behavior between those two zones. So that 80, 82 is something I'm keeping my eye on. And ultimately, for the rest of the day, this is a very important level. It's a pivot point. This captain set up long at 275, the 275 and down to 262 half. So 262 half. All that level needs to hold. If we close anything under like the 60s, then the probability of that whole structure collapsing is very high. Here we go. That's fine. Look at that. I mean, they came in, retested the trend line, and boom, to the '09. So it's getting there. It's taking its happy ass time getting up there. Where's the big targets? Well, you have a big target all the way up to 338. The market is in sync on the long side. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break anything under 270. 275, 270. I don't know if Matthew is still in the trade or not. Okay, so where we at, everybody? Adam, Marty, Matthew, Mike, Sheila, Steven, Sayed, Eric, Ethan, where we at? Oh, you took two off? Yeah, you got to. You're still in 6 contracts. Good for you. Steven up 125. Nothing so far. Ethan down 230. That's fine. Done. Just here we go. Adam is done for the day. Ooh, I like that. Good for you. Up 900 on 9 evaluations. Up 325 on 2. Don't like Mondays. Yeah, I get that. Let's get going. Here we go. Did I have a re-entry in this trade? I did. I mean, I had the re-entry with a railroad, with a trigger trade long at 300. Just don't like to trade around a whole number too often. So now the target of 309 is there. We have a bigger target at 338. You have to survive the 89 and the 75 pullbacks. All right, take care, Matthew. Yeah. CPI. You guys got to remember, the summer trading is a bit different, right? Okay. That's a break. Is it your copier or just the actually the whole Ninja Trader? 89, 79. Okay. Yeah. I'm not having that experience, Adam. So it may be just something on your end. Anybody else having issue with Apex or Ninja Trader? Yeah, that would be a good spot. And refresh your modem, like turn off your modem and let it sit for a minute and reboot it. Yeah, Quinn Tower is good, and Apex Ninja Trader is good. Okay, thank you. So we're gonna talk about a behavior that we're seeing here, which is you see how congested the price is, then it moves, and it moves slow, and the pullbacks are quick, and they cover a bigger territory. So that is generally considered a short or seller's tone to price action. That means that the sellers, when they come in with a little bit more kind of conviction than the longs. So just kind of keep that in the back of your head. Here goes DJ Mike. Good morning, brother. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, it's a good one. Good morning, Shingo. Good morning, One Stop Trader. Yeah, Mike, I had a couple of trades early on. Let's see if show you. I had those three trades. Well, actually, I had one trade that was three contracts. Then I had one trade that was one contract. So we're at 403 so far for the day, and you just it's a slow market overall. It's a good market to kind of fade the edges and just kind of because there's a lot of consolidation patterns going on here. Where the market does not break out higher or lower in any massive move. So any fading that you do tends to pull back in your favor fairly quickly. So you gotta either buy the pullbacks or sell the rallies into levels. So right here, they made that high, they broke the channel, and now they established channel number one on the short side, and let's see how well they hold on to it. Ultimately, the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side, so we're looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break anything under 270, and we're also noticing a behavior in the market where the sellers, when they come in, they take the price further down and a lot faster than when the market is rallying. It's taking its happy time getting up there, and when they sell it very fast. So that is an actual behavior in people, and I need to kind of make sure that that behavior does not grow to become a complete reversal in the market under Globex of 238, which will trigger selling pressure below 200. And a retest of the 138 and 100. So that's how typically that type of behavior starts. It starts like this, where slow rally, fast sell off, and then that behavior grows. So MPCO, he's saying there's issue with rhythmic and NT. Okay, so some people are experiencing them, others are not. Keep refreshing. All right, we got some issues here with this market right now. I'll tell you why. Because look at this daily anti-wrinkle. You're getting a captain set up short right there, and this, if it closes down to 83, will be a captain set up with a switch trade, and that type of behavior tend to break down, and we could see 70 and 60 off of it, and that will lead to a structural damage in this market. So if you look at what the market did here, okay, they put on a captain setup or ran it up. In and around the same exact level, they're putting a captain setup short, and if they break that 83, then the market has a symmetry to it. Symmetry long, then symmetry short, and basically what the market is doing is running in the same spot but producing, mirror image of its own behavior. So just be aware of that, and be aware if that 83 shows up, we may get a little bit of a downward draft in the market that can take us to 70s and 60s. Not a momentum market, not directional. The 83 again. $86.75. You break that, that will start the process, and we're gonna start seeing that 83 again, and we're gonna start seeing momentum come into the 80s and the 70s here in a minute. Okay, higher low. guess I'm wrong on that one. Okay. 90. So if we get that 98, we're gonna break up. Yep. That's not good. It's really a lot of chop in this zone. That's why I want to just be very selective into the next signal. What time is it? It's 9:48. Okay, 90 half. Okay, let's see here. 81 quarter. Like we're almost need to get out of this middle of the range business that we spent about an 9 to 10, okay, about an hour in. So we're getting some news that Rhythmic did some update and it has issues, and now it seems to be fine. Thank you, MP. I don't know, Adam, did you get back in? You're good? Okay, okay, now that's good. So I mean, we're getting a behavior here. Well, let's take a look. You're seeing this high, I mean low, higher low, potentially higher low. So I mean they're just walking the price up. So if we break that 80, the whole structure will fall apart into the 70s and the 60s to get retested. If we continue to hold on and break the 305, then we're going to shoot up. The market is in sync on the long side, and we're trading around the whole number. Break 90, break 85. Man, I'm about to take a nap. I know. See, ES is weaker than NQ, and eventually, if you break that 4850, you're gonna get a bit, a push in Q. Definitely NQ is stronger. Here we go. We should go back to 85. Let's see. Just a lot of consolidation here. I mean, a big deal would be a break under 80. Boy, that would flush a bunch of people. We're gonna get to the 85 here in a minute. What is it? What a market here. Boom, boom, churn, churn, back and not much going on. Much going on. Double switch trade. 90 half. Okay. 90 half. If we break 90 half, I'm gonna play. break 90.5. You want to. Here we go. Yeah, 90 and 90.5. You gotta break 90.5. Okay. Got 94.75 as an order, and I hope to get filled. Come on, baby, let's go. Let's go. 85s, 83s. I just need a break under 89 so I could go break even. I'm gonna go break even right here. Come on, don't do that. All right, break even. I like it. I like it. I mean, it's a 5-pointer. I mean, there was a 5-pointer there. I was hoping to see a bigger move down to that 84 with a break even. No, yeah, I know the 90 is a good one. Just I was looking for a bigger target. That's okay. Yeah, ES is weaker. NQ is stronger than ES. Here we go again. They're gonna try to play this game again, and it break that 89, man. They're gonna flush this bad boy down hard. See, that's what we're looking for right here. See that? Here you go. God dang it. A little bit of patience. A little bit of patience. It's not like we don't see this coming, right? Yeah, this type of behavior, we're gonna another move to 75. We're gonna start going to the 65 and 60s. I mean, that's the distribution area that they've been building. I mean, we had a good entry it rotated one more time up there, and I just took a break even. That's fine. You're gonna see the flush coming up here in a second. I'm gonna step away for just a moment. I'll be back. All right, all right. Back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so they bounce it right back up. Okay. So basically, what we're seeing here is we're not seeing breaks in the market. We're not seeing breaks to the downside. We're not seeing breaks to the upside. We're just spending a lot of time on a Monday morning, kind of oscillating in a very, very tight and choppy range. Like since the 9 o'clock Central, I mean, it's 10:17, an hour and 20 minutes. We've been pretty much in a 30-point range. I just have to adjust to that. Just leave it alone. Under trade. If you trade, fade the edges, and be more inclined to go a little more long than short. And typically, if the market during in the morning session on a Monday is acting like this, later on in the day you'll get a bit better price action, a little bit of a break. So we'll see. If you end up making a little bit of money, just kind of hold on to it. And one of the things that I would like to see that I feel like it will trigger a lot of action. It's 265 and 322. That's basically getting us away from the consolidated range that we're in. So if I'm being very picky and waiting for better price action, then when I say better price action, what does that even mean? That means a market that has follow through and momentum and direction. 322 is hitting target number 2, so pullbacks will tend to have a follow through to it. And 265, you're breaking harmony zone number 1, and you're challenging harmony zone number 2, and depending on if we bounce back up and make a lower high, that would be a short environment. So those two levels, 265 and 320, 2.5. Anything in between, what we're doing is literally chopping around the middle of the range. Since I know that, I'd rather not trade it. Okay, another thing that just happened here, about to happen. If this candle closes lower to 81 and a half, we're gonna get ourselves a captain setup short on the 70 NT Rinko, and a push towards 70 and 60 become a distinct possibility. So we got very, very close. We're not too far away from that type of behavior. '81. Here it comes. We should get 81.75. Yeah, 81 and a half. I'll give this one a shot. I mean, Like right here is just really actually very dangerous one to kind of short right here, because I'm shorting into support. I'm almost better off waiting for a run up and short into it versus a breakdown into support. But I'm worried that if 81.5 shows up, they're not gonna give me a chance to get into the trade. So I'm gonna err on the side of caution here and just let it work itself out. I know, Adam, and that's what I'm worried about. It's gonna start moving very quickly here. Here we go, the 81. Let's see if I can get a rally. That's one spot. I mean, you got another spot right here. I'll give it a shot here and see if I can get in. All right, so two spots right here. We'll see. All right, baby, let's go. I mean, they're gonna. I'll take it right here. I'll take it right here. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I should have kind of took it a little bit lower, but I get it. It has a bigger potential, to be honest with you. Ooh, baby. Oh. uh, that's okay. But you know that captain setup on the 70 into wrinkle was that's just the money right there. So now the market is out of sync again between the 200 and the 100. So that trade that I covered at 70, what was that, 78 or something? Yeah. And we hit 140 bucks on that one for 539.92 after commission. So let's keep working. Good job, Adam. Anybody else jumped in on that bad boy? That's a good cover, Ethan. So way 61. Yeah. I'll be back. Give me a second. potential captain set up short right here. They just did it. So we're gonna look for another short opportunity. So the market is just doing this oscillation between harmony zone number 1 and 2. I mean, that's what they're doing right now. Watching paint dry over here. That's what we're doing. So they put a captain set up short. If they put it one more time, 77.75, I'll jump in on that one. $78. Yeah, 78. I mean, anything above 300 will put a captain set up long on 100 NT Rinko, and we'll get the market back in sync on the long side. Then the target of 338 is the next target. So that's the 300 rotation back up is going to be critical for the longs. If this price action bumps back into 78, then we're looking at a six-prong captain set up short, and that should take us to 70 and retesting the 65 to 60. So whatever the market wants to do here, if we break anything above 90, then that can start lending itself to that push toward 300. If this current candle break to 78, I'm gonna get short. That's what I'm gonna do. I mean, you have distribution patterns and accumulation patterns. So the distribution patterns are like this. 70 NT Rinko captain set up short. We took that one down. Also, you had this captain setup that ended up being failing. Then you came to this level, which is the 50 NT Rinko captain setup long, and tested it and came back to retesting it. So I mean, if this current candle goes down to 70, so 78 and 70, then that you made a lower high into support, and a break under 55 is just going to be all she wrote. I don't think there's any significant, news coming up today. All right, guys. So that's it for me for the day. Let's see here. So far today, which is the 13th, we're at 539.92. So the decisions 539.92. We made, I think, one. This was a okay. This was a 3 contract trade. Was a 1 contract, then 1 contract and 1 contract. So 4 decisions today for 539. And we're a little bit off of our equity high. We're very close though. We got hammered here a little bit the other day, but we're coming back and we're not too far away from that equity high. 27,388. We're 27,108. So we're about a couple $100, I guess, away from it. And that's it for me. How did everybody else do? I know Adam, you're done. DJ, where you at? Marty, Matthew, you have a big trade that you're working on. Mike, Sheila, Sayed, Ethan, Foshi, where we at? Up a little bit, Shingo, okay. Marty down a little bit. Eric, plus 60-ish, 600-ish, okay. That's good. Marty, I'm sending you a text. Okay, guys, that's it for me. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Good job.